it scares me to death that I am not going to be able to have these conversations with my children because they're going to ask me what I did on the weekend. I don't want to have to hide that my partner and I went paddleboarding this weekend because then they ask, well, what does partner mean, Mr. Bernard? And, I'm worried. Can I tell them what it means? It opens up for parents to really take some legal action against the schools and teachers. And I am afraid for myself, my colleagues, and my students.
All right, I think this is a great example of what's wrong with our education system today. We have people wanting to indoctrinate our children under the guise of simply relating with the kids. First off, they're your students, not your kids. They are our children. Keep that in mind. Now, you can answer that question. There's no need to be afraid. I went paddleboarding with my boyfriend. That's all you have to say. If the kid plays 1,000 questions, well, what's a boyfriend? You simply refer to some boundaries that you've established or should have established. That's something that you and your mother and father should talk about. In the meantime, what did you do this weekend, little Johnny? Or let's refer to the problem on the board and let's get into the math lesson. That's all it takes. You see, we're not being crazy here on the right. We don't want any inappropriate conversation. We don't want heterosexual conversations occurring in the classroom, especially as part of the curriculum that would be questionable. I don't need a teacher that might be a polygamist telling first, second, third, and fourth graders all about the adventures of polygamy or adultery or their personal dating life endeavors. Nor do we need homosexuals or trans people espousing and pushing those ideologies on our children. They're in first grade. They don't need to talk about these complicated things. I remember growing up, you would ask a teacher a question, and sometimes if it's centered on a political nature or a religious nature, the teacher would deflect and say, you know what, I'm not going to answer that. Do we have any other questions? And they established these boundaries for a reason. It was to protect the students. And that's all we want today. The whole don't say gay thing, it's a overblown lie. The bill is there to protect our children from people telling stories that are inappropriate. So I support that Florida law. And everyone should, regardless of your gender or sexual persuasion. God bless. Let's be kind to each other. Let's understand the facts. Have a great day.